Sorry for the wait. Hi loves, thank you for coming back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Destiney Keyana. If you're not new, again, welcome back. So I just decided to go ahead and film you guys a fall get ready with me using one palette. I used the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. This is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I feel like this Armed and Gorgeous palette is literally perfect for the fall. It has all the fall colors. I am going to do more looks with this specific eyeshadow palette. I feel like it's very affordable. Each palette from this specific collection is $15. I feel like my lipstick is showing up too ashy, but I definitely have a brown lip liner on it. But yeah, this specific palette and this collaboration with Morphe by Jaclyn Hill, each palette was $15. This is really affordable because you can get multiple eye looks out of this literally for the fall. The colors that I used out of this palette, they're going to be said in the video, but I'm going to re-say it. I used Agent, Smooth Criminal, Prowl, and Classified. I have toyed with all of these colors. But yeah, this is literally one of my favorite palettes, especially for the fall, and just overall literally one of my favorite palettes that I could just toss in my bag and get me a look from. But anyways, again, thank you for watching and on to the video. Bye loves. All right, so we're just going to jump right into our concealer. I like to use concealer as a primer rather than a regular eyeshadow primer because I literally want a blank canvas for that eyeshadow. So we're just going to go ahead and blend that in with both eyes. And then we're going to go ahead and move into our Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab palette. I am going in with the color Agent, just using that as a flesh tone to help those colors blend better. So we're going to blend that in on both eyes. All right, so now we're moving into Smooth Criminal. I absolutely love this brown. This is more of a warm toned brown. I am working that into my crease and also kind of up there where I had that transition color. We do want this to be the base of our eyeshadow look. So then we're just going to go ahead and blend that in on the other eye. Also, we're going to make sure to bring it into our inner corner. And so now I'm moving on to that color Prowl. Prowl is more of a deep brown, deep mocha brown. I'm also more so working this one directly into the crease. And we're making sure to bring that into our inner corners. We're kind of going for more of a halo look when we apply this next color. So we want to make sure that the browns are on the outer corners and the inner corners of that lid. And so now I'm going back in with Smooth Criminal just to make sure that color is still peeking through and providing also a great transition between Prowl. And now I'm just going to apply some concealer so this next color that we apply to our lid can adhere. And now I'm going to go in with Classified. This is, it has more of a gold undertone. It's hard to really explain this color. It's more of a gunmetal with a gold undertone. And I'm just going to put that directly on top of where we put the concealer, but also using that brush to make our lashes was applied off camera. And now we're going to move into our e.l.f. Hydrating Drops. You know I have to have these drops on my face. It does wonders for my foundation. And also my favorite primer, which is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Absolutely love this primer. I work it literally all over my face, especially in my fine lines. That is actually one of the things that helps my foundation from creasing. So we're just going to rub that in. And now we're going in with our Makiage foundation, which is in the color Woke Up Like This. Makiage is actually a really good makeup line you guys can try out. You are able to try out the makeup before you pay. You can also send it back if you do not like it. The website actually color matched me online, and this is literally my perfect color. If you like more of a matte foundation, this is definitely the foundation for you. It dries down very matte. You do have to work very quickly with it because it also does dry down very fast along with matte. But I absolutely love this foundation. And now we're going to go into our Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. And I'm putting that on my forehead, my nose, under my eyes, the top of my lip, and my chin. I just wanted to jump in and say, if you are looking for a good sponge but you don't want to buy a beauty blender, I would recommend the Sonia Kashuk brush. The Sonia Kashuk sponges from Target. I don't know where my other one is, but it does come with two. So I got two of these for $10. They expand really, really huge, as you can see. And I love it. But let me get back to it because I can't let this set for too long. But yes, definitely check out those sponges. I absolutely love them. So as I stated, I cannot let this sit down very long. I work with a lot of fast drying products, as you can see. But I'm blending that out on my forehead, my chin, my upper lip. I really need this on my upper lip. Under my eyes. I always start blending it from the outside and then I work my way in. You want most of that product on the outside. Again, if you would like to see a very detailed foundation routine, I can get that out to you and what specific products and specific tools that I use to get a flawless base. So now we're just going to continue blending that under my next eye. And so now I'm just going to go in with that foundation brush. I like to use my foundation brush to get rid of any harsh lines. And I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution Banana Deep Powder. I absolutely love this powder. And also I always blow off the excess powder. We want to make sure it's not too cakey. So I'm applying that to all the areas that I had concealer. Now I'm going in with my Loreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. I'm going to set all the places that I did not set previously. And also I'm going to use whatever is left on the brush. As I was saying, use everything that was left on the brush to brush away that excess banana deep powder. And also dip it in to blend out those harsh lines that may have been left behind. I absolutely love this powder, but I do really want to try the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. And so now we're going to go in with my contour, which is from the Fenty Beauty collection. This is their bronzer in the color Mocha Mami. I'm starting to warm up to this bronzer. I didn't like it as much because it wasn't as dark as my Black Radiance, but it is really starting to warm up to me. So I'm going to contour the sides of my cheeks, the temples, and also my nose. If you again want a detailed makeup routine, I can tell you how I contour my nose. Again, I'm not necessarily contouring it. I'm more so bringing back those shadows that are originally there. So I am going back into that Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I am going in with Prowl, and I am putting that on my lower lash line. And now I'm going to highlight my face with my Wet n Wild highlighter. This is in the color Crown My Canopy, one of my favorite drugstore highlighters for a very cheap price. They have a couple of more highlighters that they just came out with that I'm going to give a try. And now I'm going into my ABH blush kit. I am using the color Vegas. This is one of my favorite blushes. It just adds like a pop of, maybe like a peachy color, a peachy rose color to my face. And now I'm going to spray my face with my Badescu spray. And then I'm going to use my sponge just to further press that in, and it also helps with the harsh line. Oh, and just as a quick reminder, I did go in and add in my Fenty highlighter Hustler Baby in the inner corners, and on my lips I added in a brown liner, and I used my NYX liquid suede in the color Sandstorm. Guys, for watching. I absolutely love this look. I hope you guys try it. Definitely check out the sponges, the palette, and just get into this look. Thumbs up this video. Bye, loves.